we have reached the point in history where we have to consider that there is a serious effort at figuring out what risk is, but we have reached a point where the consequences are so huge of certain kinds of risk that are so unpredictable that there can only be a national response or a global response from governments working together. We're going to push tonight into something of uncharted territory at the intersection of science and governance, because we have two speakers who can really inform our views. I'm Jim Hoagland of the Washington Post, and I wanted to first talk a little bit about how we're going to talk about nuclear technology, including arms control on the one hand, and cybersecurity and the possibility of cyber terrorism on the other, the intersection of technology. And we're going to deal with actual and probable catastrophes and how they have to be met. I'm going to very briefly introduce our two speakers. We have the Secretary General of the International Atomic Energy Agency, Yukiya Amano, seated to my left. He's had a distinguished career as a diplomat dealing with science, with non-proliferation, with nuclear matters, before becoming the chief of the IAEA. On his left is Scott Charney, who is the corporate vice president of Microsoft for Trustworthy Computing. Isn't that a wonderful title? Wouldn't you like to have something like trustworthy something, whatever it is that you do? I'm going to ask Scott, first of all, to explain to us what that means when we get to him. But I want to open with, and then we'll go into some questions and answers here, and then we'll move to questions and answers from the audience. As I say, you deserve a reward for postponing dinner and for showing up at all, and we appreciate it. We have come to the point where there's a new global division developing, Mr. Amano, as a result of Fukushima, as a result of March 11th. And what we see in the world today is a reaction in developed countries to question nuclear power, to cut back on it, while in developing countries there is a fairly undiminished appetite for more nuclear power, more nuclear reactors, for the fuel cycle, for access to a fuel cycle that also leads, of course, to nuclear weapons. I wonder if you see this division taking shape and what can be done about it. Is there anything we have to do about it to reduce the chances of proliferation, and also of countries that do not have the kind of established infrastructure to deal with accidents that, say, a country like Germany has, but Germany, of course, is one of those countries that is moving away from nuclear power as a result. How do you see this?